因为你有爱，所以我们存在。因为你有爱，人生笑开怀。因为你有爱，所以我们存在。因为你有爱，人生笑开怀。
欢迎全球的观众朋友准时收看音乐有爱节目。我们在今天的节目当中相当的难得，为大家请到的是2位中东音乐大师啊，他们来到台湾演出啊。他们是这个纽约阿拉伯乐团的艺术总监 Bassam 以及纽约阿拉伯乐团的执行总监 April。
是他们其实都是因为马友友的这个丝路之旅的这个计划而开始结识。那么他们现在呢，也是马友友这个丝路之旅这个特别计划这个乐团的特约的演奏家，以及整个中东音乐在纽约的一个教育中心的一个专案的负责人。
Welcome to our program. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we are very enjoy your music. Would you please share the characters about the Arabic music? Yeah.
Arabic music, it brings itself with a identity of a quarter tone, mood, a rhythm, quality of tone through the instrument that we use. For instance, I have the oud, I have the nai, we have the tambourine, or we call it the riqq. Here with us, definitely there is a qanun or zither, santur, and other string instrument and bow instrument. The Arabic music has a quality of sadness, melancholism, happiness, describe a lot the mood and the spirit of the people who lived in the area, dealing with the war, dealing with weddings, festivals, like any other culture existing. The mood and the rhythm, I mean the mood, which is the quality of tone,
Yes.
That brings the Arabic music to be distinguished between the Western music that we know today. We listen to the major and minor scale. We have the major and minor scale as well, but we have other scales or mode that specifically you can hear it in the Arabic music, the Turkish music, or the Persian music, where we include the quarter tone, which is a microtone in between those notes that we know usually on the piano, the black and the white keys. So imagine between the white and the black there is another color there, which is you don't find it, you don't hear it. There is a note existing there. So this is where the quarter tone, we call it the quarter tone. We find it in the Arabic music where these instruments can play.
could you introduce your instruments like oud? It's very elegant.
It is like Yo-Yo Ma always call it the king of instruments. With the time, many shape of that instrument had been developed until the Arab came and they developed it to wood. They use walnut here and shallow inside, definitely. And they make the body bigger for resonance to make the sound more bassy and bigger presence. And the neck had been short, definitely became shorter. And it is fretless. As you notice, there is no frets like the guitar or the pipa.
Yeah.
So it played harder than any kind
definitely,
of guitar.
it's more delicate, more sensitive, and you have to find your fingers on the fingerboard to hit the right note. But that fingerboard, it will allow to play that quarter tone that we spoke about it. So the frets, it doesn't let you, because the frets set to be on the major or minor scale that I mentioned about it earlier. If you want to play the quarter tone, you have to play it on the frets, which is, it doesn't sound, it doesn't resonate. It's a mute sound quality. Here we have an open, so everywhere you can play on the fingerboard. So that a necessity to be, like the violin and the cello and those instruments also, they don't have frets where you can play the quarter tone on it.
Yeah.
We have 5 double strings here and one single string for the drone, for the bass. And the instrument, you need somebody to play on it then.
April, is this very important percussion for this kind of music? Would you please share your instrument?
Absolutely. The riqq, or the def, it looks like a tambourine, and it is a tambourine, but not the traditional sense, the type that you hit against the leg and shake. And it has many voices, and it has a lot of capability. There's a playing it soft, and then there's bringing in the cymbals for more joy, and even further for even more joy and more accent. But the point of this small handheld drum actually can hold an entire orchestra. It can hold anywhere from a taht or a traditional 6 to 7 piece. Chamber ensemble to 70 pieces. And what this does, while holding the rhythm, it has the ability to accent, also to pick up on the colors that the melodic instruments are throwing to the percussion. It can really play the melody and the rhythm at the same time.
might introduce this knife or
Yes, we call it the Nai, N-A-Y. It is the Arabic flute. The Nai, basically one of the oldest instrument flute type existing around the world. We're talking like 4,000, 5,000 years ago. And they cut it, and it should be like 9 nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In order to create, and it doesn't matter the size. This is the smallest one. Also, there is like nine nuts here.
Yes.
They open it inside. They empty it, and there is 6 holes here, and 1 hole here for the thumb. And playing the instrument is kind of difficult. There is no embouchure here to blow and to create the sound like any other flute. But you have to angle it somehow in a certain way that you blow and the air hit this side. Inside and outside where that vibration create the sound. That instrument carry with it a history of philosophy and beliefs in the sound coming out of the Nai brings a joy to human being. The Sufism, the Sufi people believe in the Nai, and they talk about the Nai as comes in between the bad and the good. That they believe and there is a good side and bad side surrounding us, and the God of the good, which is represented by the Nai, but the sound of the Nai, and bring to push the bad spirit outside and playing the role as bringing the good side to our spirit, and we live in peace.
Yes.
Instrument, it has a lot of deepness, very earthy. You feel like you are related to it immediately. My experience, wherever I go in the world and play on the stage, people really gets fascinated by the sound, and it touched the heart of a human being. The sound of the breath, the airy sound, and the quality of the tone that it goes out. It's touching somehow. I mean, the way I heard my father when I was a kid, I used to, I couldn't analyze what that feeling that my father is giving me, but the sound of the Nai was really very attractive.
Yeah. So April, do you agree with the music is a touch of the human's heart, the very spirit?
Absolutely, and I suppose from an American or non-Arabic perspective, it definitely has touched me. Upon first hearing it, I was immediately drawn into this music and had to go very deeply into it, had to discover it more. So I did acquire the percussion. I was a percussionist my whole life, but I dove into the percussion, but also into the other instruments and into the music in general, because I loved it so much. And absolutely, when I listened to Bassam playing Nai, doesn't matter after actually 5 years. I'm always still touched.
Yeah.
Always, it still hits me. I still feel emotional. It could still bring tears. It could still bring
She's
a
very
rise
honest.
in my chest. You know, it always. It doesn't matter.
So would you please share your experience, work with Yo-Yo Ma, play with Yo-Yo Ma, and join this Silk Road project and also educational project? Would you
Right.
share your experience?
Yeah, and similarly commendable is Yo-Yo Ma's new recent project of Silk Road Connect, it's called, where he brought this element into this public school system. Actually, this past September was the very first month of the first pilot program, and he's now for 2 years in New York and will be moving from city to city. But it touched Bassam and I, this experience. We actually opened the first guest artist visit representing the Middle East, representing the Arabic music and so forth. And what we experienced was really something. Just to preface, in New York, in the inner city public schools, it's very difficult. The demographic is difficult. The economic situation is difficult. The situation in the classroom is unruly. There's chaos. You know, the kids have a difficult time with the teachers. They're not respected, and vice versa. It's a difficult situation, and there's really a lacking of the arts, especially of world arts, world culture. There's no information there, so the kids are not knowing what's going on, what's out there. So we came in with this, and the kids would suddenly focus. Let's say all of a sudden they'd sit and just listen to the DaAi, and they'd just be transported. And these children are not ever generally comfortable to talk, especially to be emotionally expressive, to be comfortable enough to be creative openly and everything. They started saying, "Wow, this is meditative, this is soothing," or I picture a scene of homelessness, or I picture struggle and hardship, or some children said, "It makes me feel like all the bad things are going away." You know, this is really poignant for our area, our children, which this is night and day to the way they would usually express themselves. So I was really, really so excited when I heard that Yo-Yo Ma was doing this, and I got involved. And this is what is so necessary, that we have to keep doing this.
Yeah. Thank you for coming our show and share your beautiful music and experience. Thank you so much. We hope you can come back next year and come again. Thank you so much.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Jean. Thank you.
非常非常谢谢你的收看，我们更要感谢的是潘导播与代天相书的工作人员。音乐有爱，我们下次再聚看。